You know, I was almost done recording this video, and then all of a sudden I had my alarm go off, which stopped recording, and so I have to basically start all over again. But it's a very, very brisk October 27th morning. You can see outside there some nice looking leaves. And I thought I would do a quick little pepper update. So there are a couple of things that are sort of going through my mind right now, and I think the biggest thing that's sort of at the forefront is that I am going to have to retire these guys soon. Because there are a couple different things that are coming up. Number one, is that winter's coming and it's going to get a fair bit colder to the point where it's probably not going to be able to support these guys terribly well. And then number two, and perhaps most important, is that I am going to be moving away probably around that time, likely January, somewhere around there. I don't fully know yet, but point being, it's going to be very, very hard to move these guys regardless of whether or not I do a moving truck or what. So I think really at this point, over the coming month or two, my plan is going to be to harvest all of these guys once they ripen. And it's going to be the same thing over here. I'll talk about those guys shortly. But I want to harvest the peppers, and then for these orange guys, save their seeds. And then probably after that, I am going to retire these plants. And I mean, I guess a third factor too is that I just want to grow other stuff. I have so many different sets of seeds that I really want to plant, and just different things I want to try, possibly other things besides peppers. And I think right now these guys are just far enough out of control that I can't really accommodate that. And I feel like I got what I wanted to and more out of this experiment. You know, I got seeds. You know, I think I talked about these earlier. I got a set of seeds. And what's more important than that is that I am also getting hot sauce. I'm going to be able to make hot sauce out of these guys. And that was really, at the end of the day, what I was looking for more than anything. But anyway, those are the Kratkies. Otherwise, nothing really terribly interesting. The ghost pepper plant has grown a bit out of control to the point where it's basically wrapping around my bookshelf. I kind of like the aesthetic look of it, so I haven't touched it yet, but I probably should prune it down at some point or another here. Then the Carolina Reaper is looking pretty good. I've had the light super close to it, and it's become very compact as a result, which is, you know, it's got a nice aesthetic to it. The flowers are still falling off left and right, but I guess that's to be expected. And then looking at the deep water cultures here, they basically look the same as before I pruned them. A bit of an odd and unfortunate pattern with these guys, but the peppers on them are looking as good as ever. I'm going to have to see if I can find one here. Yeah, there you go. You can see a nice little big guy there, and then a couple of other super fancy ones. But all in all, not too many chocolate reapers, but definitely enough that I could save additional seeds if I was wanting to, and so that's super good to see. Some light spotting that's happening on this guy too. I have once again gone about 2 weeks without updating the nutrient solution, and I think as well these guys are just pretty torched from me sticking the lights on a higher setting. I've since put them down, and I think that improved things, but I put it up thinking it was going to improve pollination rates, and then it turns out no, that is not how that works, so had to dial that back slightly. But otherwise, that is it for this week. Overall, this has been a very, very fun experiment, and I figure I'll probably keep it up another month or so, and then likely record a slightly more dedicated video just showcasing whatever hot sauce it is that I wind up making. But this has been very fun, and I'm looking forward to doing this again next year. I'm thinking probably starting around like March, April, that sort of thing, and I've learned quite a lot that I think will make the process overall a good amount easier. So looking forward to that, and I will see you guys whenever I do another one of these. Take care. Oh, come on.